Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage where knowledge meets passion, where ideas ignite flame. This is Schooling Time, and this debate game. The debater will challenge each other with their weak thinking and their logic, and their mission is to defend their stand, to prove that their opponent is wrong, and they will have the power to spark the meaningful discussion. May I take the seat with you? Of course. Oh, thank you. You must be one of the debater. So tell me about your feeling after entering the show.
Well, I'm very grateful and happy. It's very excited to be here. And whenever I lose or I win, this is gonna be one of my most unforgettable experience in my life.
Oh my god.
As I can connect with many people, meet with other friends.
Oh, I see. I'm impressed. You surely got a spirit. So yeah, best of luck for you. Oh, may I take a seat with you?
Of course.
Thank you. So I have one question for you. Have you prepared any plan for today's competition?
Well, it's hard to say. For me, the show is just a chance to improve for myself, so I haven't prepared any plan. The only thing I've prepared is my bravery. So I think I'm gonna be the winner today. If I don't, I would be very sad. That's all.
I like your confidence. So are you sure you're gonna win?
Of course, 100%.
Like I said, best of luck for you, and goodbye. See you around tonight. We're in for a very exciting battle between two more romancing debaters. Well, right now, they are going to showcase their intelligence, quick thinking, and logic. Let's meet the first debater. Oh. And the second one, let's meet Love. You have 2 minutes. Start from now. Now, it's time for our debater to take on a very challenging and deeply important topic today is school bullying. And the question is, should the bully get expelled for what they did to the victim?
I believe that bullies should be excluded from school. This is not about the punishment, but about protecting the victims who have already suffered enough. I know this firsthand because one of my friends was bullied so bad, so that she's afraid even to step inside the classroom. How can we expect the victim to recover if the bully are still walking the same hallway with them? And keeping them in the same environment forces victims to rely their trauma every day. School should be a place of learning, not survival.
I understand why you feel so strongly about this, and I'm truly sorry for what happened to your friend, but I don't think removing bullies from schools is the right solution. Expelling them might seem like a way to make school safer, but in reality, it only pushes the problem somewhere else. A student who is expelled for bullying doesn't just disappear. They go to another school or another environment where they might continue their behavior. Instead of just punishing them, so we try to have them change. Many bullies act out because of trauma or emotional struggles. If we don't address those root causes, we're not solving the problem. We're just moving.
But what about the victims? Why should their safety and well-being put in second? It's easy to say that we should have the bullies change, but that takes a really long time. And that time, the victims don't have while they are still being hurt. You say that expelling bullies push the problem elsewhere, but keeping them in school push the pain into the victim again. So, my friends couldn't focus in class because they were constantly afraid. Even with counseling program, victims can no longer fully heal if they are forced to see their tormentor every day. School needs to send a real message to the bullies. Bullying have a real consequence.
I absolutely agree that victims need to feel safe, but removing bullies doesn't guarantee safety. What if another bully appears? What if the expelled student becomes even more aggressive in another setting? School should be responsible for teaching students how to grow, not just deciding who deserves to stay and who should be thrown out. Instead of pushing them away, why not focus on rehabilitation? Restorative justice programs allow bullies to understand the harm they've caused, take responsibility for their actions, and change their behaviors. Victims can also benefit from this approach by seeing their bullies held accountable in a way that promotes healing rather than just punishment.
That sounds ideal in theory, but in reality, I don't think so. It rarely works. Many bullies don't care about taking responsibilities. They just find a way to manipulate the system and continue hurting others. Schools are not therapy centers, and teachers are not trained psychologists. Their job is to educate students, not to rehabilitate those repeatedly harm others. So If a student poses a danger to peers, they should be removed. School can refer them to a specialized program, but they should not be forced to keep them at the expense of other students' safety.
But if we expel them without offering real help, aren't we just giving up on them? Most bullies are not evil people. They are kids who have been shaped by their circumstances. Of course, there should be consequences for the action, but exclusion without intervention only leads to more harm in the long run. If we truly want to stop bullying, we need to break the cycle, not just shift it elsewhere.
That's some does bullying can change, but the harsh truth is some don't, and while we wait, if they do, more students suffer. School should not be the testing ground for whether a bully can change or not. If someone consistently harm others despite the intervention, they should not be allowed to stay. Rehabilitation can happen elsewhere, but school should be a safe place for learning, not a place where victims have to tolerate their abuse.
I believe safety comes from prevention and education, not just removal. If we teach empathy, provide counseling, and implement structured intervention programs, we can address the root causes of bullying and create a better school environment for everyone. Expulsion should be the last resort, not the first response.
And how many chances are we going to give to bullies? 1, 2, or 10? While we debate how to fix them, students like my friend continue to suffer as a point. We should ask, what are we trying to protect? The bullies.
Wow, that was a dramatic debate. Now, let's hear the judge comment on the two debaters.
So, about our strengths, I have three main things to talk about. The first one is his presentation has a strong and emotional appeal, making it relatable and engaging. The second one is it focuses on the immediate safety concerns, which aligns with schools' responsibility to protect students. And finally, it provides a clear and decisive solution.
Love, about your weakness, you assume that exclusion is an effective deterrent without considering its long-term effect, and you does not offer a solution for expelled bullies, potentially leading to continued harms elsewhere. And you treat all bullies as irredeemable, which is not always the case.
So, about weaknesses, I have three viewpoints to talk about. The first thing is, it doesn't fully address the immediate risk to the victims. And the second one is, it relies so much on the assumption that all the bullies are capable of change, but it's not always realistic. And finally, it lacks a clear threshold for expulsion that should be used as a last resort.
And about fourth good point, I have three of your good points here. First is you take a psychological and rehabilitative approach, which aligns with modern research, and different to love. You offer a long-term strategies to reduce bullying rather than just removing individual. And you also acknowledge that schools play a role in character development, not just discipline.
So, from a psychological perspective, the position presents a stronger case for long-term solutions. Research supports the idea that punitive measures alone do not eliminate aggressive behavior, whereas structured interventions have shown their success in reforming students.
However, from a practical standpoint, the proposal makes a compelling argument for immediate victim protection. They stand aligned with the ethical responsibility of school to ensure a safe learning environment.
Thanks for the comment from our judge. But now, let's move to the most important part, which is rating and voting part from our online audience, which is involved 15% of the score. I'll be back in 10 minutes, so let's wait together. It's me again. Well, let's see. The moment that we have been waiting for long for our line have finally come. But before that, we have to invite the two debaters. We have a special case here. Both of you recite a score of 9 from the judge, but one of you got 55% of the online vote, and that is no. Congratulations, you are the champions here.
Okay.
Just as expected.
And now, let's invite our champions here today. Come on to the stage, Lau. You deserve the trophy here. And now, let's decide what you deserve. And now, finally, thank you for watching our competition. Thank you again and once again.